Oseo.
Oseo.
And I should say Buenos tardes as well. Today, September 30th, is the feast day of San Geronimo. Certainly acknowledged throughout former Spanish America. But today in the Taos Pueblo, New Mexico, is a big celebration for this. San Geronimo is a 4th century, or was a 4th century Latin scholar, author of the Catholic Vulgate, and he's the patron saint of writers, translators, and librarians. That's really great to know. Another person who has the same name, Geronimo, he's our most illustrious Apache Chiricahua war leader of the Southwest. And his name seemed to have come about when he went to engage the Mexican army for having murdered his family. Before he did that, he received a vision, very Macbethian style of vision, that he would not die in battle. So he must have appeared to the Mexican soldiers as some kind of an apparition for which they shouted out, you know, Geronimo! And so forth. So that kind of gives me a lead in here. Today I'm honoring, you know, Professor Christine Blakely Ford. And the name I'm honoring her with is Wawitan, which means the deeds of a warrior. And implicit in this is in the Lakota, it means that she has grown up on her own mother's milk. So they can see how that I'm doing this. And Friday night on the KBBS News Hour, David Brooks, New York correspondent, used the interesting phrase, 20 centuries. Her voice is coming through 20 centuries, and his hand cannot cover it. So this is still continues to be Turtle Island, and we began, you know, as a matriarchal or goddess culture in all our societies, and so she still is bringing that voice through Professor Ford. And also the way that I'm honoring this is right here, the camera focus there. And that wonderful picture is Paulette Jordan. She is a person of the Coeur d'Alene First Nation of Idaho. And she's vying to be the first governor of Idaho and the first ever Native American governor in the history of the United States of America. So she's a first. The squirrel there is Salili. Salili in Cherokee, he is our insurance of our continuance, that we will continue. So I'm very much honoring her this way. And I'm reading a piece by Joy Harjo. Last August we were up there in Yosemite, and our featured poet was Joy Harjo. She's of the Creek Nation. She's a writer, a poet, and a musician. And this is the piece I've chosen to honor Professor Ford and this woman as well. The blanket around her. Maybe it is her birth which she holds close to herself, or her death, which is just as inseparable. And the white wind that encircles her is a part, just as the blue sky hanging in turquoise from her neck. Oh, woman, remember who you are. Woman, it is the whole earth. Well,